Hello, my name is Justin Danweber, and my topic of choice was car-to-car communication, also known as vehicle-to-vehicle communication, or V2V for short. What is it? V2V is an automobile technology which permits cars to talk to each other, so to speak. The technology utilizes a vehicular ad hoc network. For those of you who are unfamiliar with the term, ad hoc network, what it basically is an infrastructureless system that continuously configures itself in which mobile devices are connected wirelessly in a network. In this case, the cars are the mobile devices and they act as routers for other cars. This allows the cars to receive information from other cars such as position, speed, flow of traffic, obstacles, potential collisions, emergency vehicles, traffic lights, and much more. In the case of a potential collision, emergency vehicle an emergency vehicle coming down the road, or other urgent occurrences that may happen on the streets, the car will notify the driver via audio and visual signals so the driver can adjust accordingly. The leading technology that utilizes this vehicular ad hoc network is Dedicated Short Range Communications, DSRC. Although this technology sounds great and the potentials and benefits are endless, the technology is still experimental and there are many concerns in the sustainability, robustness, and accuracy of it. I will go over these concerns in detail later in this presentation. History. The research for this technology began as early as 2000. At this point, this was more of a fantasy than a reality. 6 years later, however, GM became the first to demonstrate this futuristic technology on their Cadillac model. In 2016, the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration got involved in the cause and optioned for the requirement that all new cars have the technology. Peter Valdez-Dapena, writer for CNN, tells, quote, "Now the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration has formally proposed a rule requiring a uniform industry-wide system that would be put in all new cars." Unquote. According to the NHTSA, if the rule is approved, it will take about 2 to 4 years for V2V to be in all cars. Currently today, GM, Toyota, BMW, Daimler, Honda, Audi, Volvo, and Mercedes-Benz all use some form of V2V technology. Availability. There are various claims over the internet on when this technology will be available and evident in all cars. Some claim 2021, others 2023. All we know for sure is it is still quite a while before the true potential of this technology is reached. One thing to keep in mind, DSRC adoption is predicted to be at 10%, but that number grows to 70% in 2027, according to CNET, and this is from 2015. This is a bar graph here showing 10% in 2018, 70% in 2027. According to GM, all Cadillac CTSs come standard with car-to-car communication technology. Additionally, Mercedes-Benz have installed their twist on the technology on their new cars. They call it car-to-X communication. This is car-to-car and car-to-infrastructure together in one, something all auto dealers are working towards. Now let's get into some of the facts about this promising system. According to Will Knight, author of the book Car-to-Car Communication, a simple wireless technology promises to make driving much safer. Quote, "More than 5 million crashes occur on U.S. roads alone every year, and more than 30,000 of those are fatal. The prospect of preventing many such accidents will provide significant impetus for networking technology." Unquote. Just imagine this scenario. You're driving on a two-way highway, urgent to get to your destination. and there is an enormous wide-load semi-truck in front of you slowing you down for your family summer vacation. You want to pass him, right? Well, you don't want to risk an accident with the wife in the car and the kids in the back seat, but you can't see around the truck to decipher whether or not the opposing lane is clear and you are able to pass. Vehicle-to-vehicle communication solves this dilemma. While a human cannot see through or around the truck, this technology can. It receives information from other cars coming in the opposite direction, such as speed, headway, and closing speed. It then decides whether or not it is a good time to pass based on the information. This relinquishes the white-knuckle close calls people make daily. This is just one example of the possible applications this software can bring. The cost of this software to be installed in your vehicle would be roughly $341 to $350, but this number is projected to drop as manufacturers gain experience in developing the system. According to the U.S. Department of Transportation, quote, initial estimates indicate that annual costs would range from $300 million to $2.1 billion in 2020. The costs peak to $1.1 to $6.4 billion between 2022 and 2024, and then gradually decrease to 1.1 to 4.6 billion, unquote. This is a small payout for a big reward. The potential for V2V to address vehicle crashes is the two major implementations, intersection movement assist and left turn assist. Intersection movement assist warns the driver when it is not safe to enter the intersection because of a potential collision. Left turn assist warns the driver when there is a strong possibility they will collide with an oncoming vehicle when making a left turn. These two applications are just some of the various features of the V2V communication technology. Other functions include emergency electronic brake light, forward collision warning, blind spot warning, lane change warning, and do not pass warning. All of these, plus possible additional methods, can prevent 400,000 to 600,000 crashes, 190,000 to 270,000 injuries, and 780 to 1,080 lives each year, in accordance with the U.S. Department of Transportation. Advantages. Advantages of this software include a range of approximately 300 meters, which exceeds the capabilities of systems with ultrasonic sensors, cameras, and radar, in some cases by nearly twice the distance, allowing more time to warn drivers, unquote. This is according to US.dot in 2016. When equipped in all cars, the system can potentially change traffic lights more accurately and efficiently, prevent an abundance of collisions in multiple scenarios, reduce injury and deaths tremendously, increase fuel efficiency by utilizing draft resistance and speed data, and much more probable benefits that are still undiscovered. The advantages of introducing dedicated short-range communication technology to the system are as follows. Designated licensed bandwidth, fast network acquisition, it is low latency, high reliability when required, priority for safety applications, interoperability, and security and privacy. Disadvantages. This technology expresses great promise, but the reality is it is still experimental. Excuse me. The lack of sustainability and robustness is quite disconcerting. The software has not yet been perfected to withstand every scenario and condition that a user may encounter. which causes concern for how this issue is dealt with. The software is not trustworthy in the rain and snow, as it can still affect the car's judgment and may send false signals to the driver. But the biggest issue with the technology is the fact that for it to reach its full potential, all cars have to employ the system, and that is the hardest part of anything new introduced into society. So in conclusion, it is a good start that Congress is involved in regulating the existence of this software for the new cars. People may be quick to reject the idea of losing some autonomy to the cars they drive, and this could cause a problem for the adoption of this technology. People need to be informed on this technology, as its potentials are indeed life-saving. The reality is, it could still be more than a decade into vehicles. The reality is, it could still be more than a decade until vehicles that talk to each other become a standard in the world today. And here is my list of sources that were cited in the presentation. And this concludes my presentation. Thank you very much for listening. I hope you learned something. Have a great day.